Nate Cohen. Up at 4 times her body weight.
Hey guys, I am finally back home and settled in after the 2023 USAPL Nationals held this past week in Memphis, Tennessee, where I competed in the 48 kilogram weight class in day 1 prime time session. Before I get into the meet day itself, and without giving away too much, I want to first reflect on all my training and the 19-week prep that I had going into this day. Overall, this prep for me in my 13 years of competing was the one. From week to week, I was really gaining this momentum and confidence. I was also easily hitting numbers that I had previously struggled with in both competition and in training. For example, some memorable PRs in the gym included my 132.5 kilo or 292 pound squat for a triple. I had also easily done a 137.5 kilo or 303 pound squat for a single, and that matched my previous competition PR, which was a grinder. As far as some memorable deadlift PRs went throughout this training prep, I had pulled a 200 kilo or a 441 pound triple. That same training session, I had also gone up about 10 pounds, and I pulled an easy 205 kilo or 452 pound double. So just to put this into perspective, the world record in the 48 kilogram weight class for the deadlift is that 200 kilos or 441 pounds. At this point in prep, I was feeling great. I was ready to hit the world record deadlift on my opener attempt. But just like any good thing, there must come some setbacks. So I was about 14 days out, and then I suffered the stomach flu. This really took the wind out of my sails. I had lost a lot of weight in about 3 or 4 days. I was not eating the same that I had been throughout the entire prep. I had some hindered confidence. I wasn't sure if I could do anything above that 420 pull. I was speaking a lot with my coaches, Chad and Marissa. Like anybody in the field of sports psychology would say, I had to really trust my entire preparation. I had to trust all of the wins that I had experienced throughout the entire prep. And I had to leave the rest up to the lifting gods. And that I did. As the days went on after that, I started to feel better. I started to gain some confidence back. I started to feel physically better. And now I have arrived at the meet day itself, September 14th. Morning, I had been a little bit over the weight class of 48 kilos or 105.5 pounds. So I had a tiny bit of breakfast, but really for the rest of the day, I had to be very mindful of what I was putting into my body just to make weight. 4 p.m. finally rolls around, and I weigh in at 47.98 kilos. So right on the brink of that 48 kilogram weight class, which was good. I go through my warm-ups, everything is feeling great. I opened up with 130 kilo or 286 pound squat. That was nice and easy. And then I moved right into my next attempt, which was 135 kilos or 298 pounds, and a little tiny bit of a grinder, but not by much. Finally, it was time to do the number that had challenged me a couple of times, both in training and in competition. So my all-time PR was 137.5 kilos or 303 pounds, and now I was trying to go for 140 kilos or 308 pounds. I had just failed this number in my last days of peaking. I had also failed this number at my last competition, but this time around, I was ready. Went out there, I had this confidence and really grinded through it, and we got an all-time PR with my squat attempt. So 140 kilos on the board.
Wesley Smith. Come on, Cohen. Lightweight, 3 times body weight.
really my forte. So at this point, it was just pretty much trying to build a total. Began with 70 kilos or 154 pounds for my opener, and I got it. That was easy. So I moved right into 75 kilos or 165 pounds. Little tiny bit of a grinder, but got that too. So added to my total, and then finally I went for the number that haunts me a lot, 77.5 kilos or 171 pounds. And unfortunately, it just wasn't in me for this day, but that's fine. Still got that 75 kilos to add to my total. Now it was on to the attempts that I had been waiting for throughout these last 19 weeks of prep, my deadlifts. So I opened up with 419 pounds or 190 kilos. That went flying off the ground. Pretty happy with that opener, but I was on to the next. The next attempt for me, Chad and I had decided, would be the world record attempt. When you go for a world record, you could put it up by 0.5 kilos, and that is what we did. The world record for my weight class was at 200 kilos, so I went for 200.5 or 442 pounds. And I had this level of confidence. I was feeling good despite how the last 14 days of my prep went. I was ready at this point. This was my moment. The bar lifts off the ground. I am locked out, and at the very, very top, I lose my balance. I knew at that point the bar was coming right back down. So unfortunately, I did not get my down command, and I don't know how else to put this, but I was not happy. I go into the back room, and I really had to gather myself because I still had one more attempt. I made the great decision that I would try for it again for my third attempt. So I'm getting ready, I'm getting back in the zone, getting mentally into it, and I'm about to go out to pull this world record attempt again. And right before I'm about to go out, they changed the order at the last second. So I'm mentally in it, mentally out of it. I have to get mentally back in it. When I go out there, my routine became a little bit messed up. I was not able to really, as Chad puts it, do my extra pumps with my lats. And it just wasn't there on this day. I go back, I'm going through this juxtaposition of like emotions really. I'm extremely disappointed because I thought it was kind of in the bag at this point. So I go in the back warm-up room, apologizing profusely to Chad, and at the same time he's telling me that I had become a national champion. Everything that I had worked for to this point in my 13 years of competing. Everything that we came for ultimately was to become a national champion. I had an all-time squat PR, an all-time total PR. I now have number 4 all-time best drug-tested 48 kilogram totals in the world. And it feels pretty dang good to know that I still have 20 to 30 more kilos to put out on that platform. I will absolutely be going for that. I am not satisfied yet, but overall I couldn't ask for a better prep. I couldn't ask for a better day. I just want to thank all of you. I want to thank my coaches. I want to thank my Juggernaut team. None of this happens without you guys. Here is your new 48 kilogram national champion. And we did it. We did it together. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all at the next one.
First, you tell the system about yourself. Biological stats, how often you want to train, your history as a lifter, lifestyle factors, and when your meet is. Next, the system uses that information to calculate how much training you need to progress and how much training you're likely able to recover from. Our system individualizes your training at many levels. Your training volume, what frequency of squat, bench, and deadlift you need, how long you should spend in each phase of training, what style of periodization is best suited to help you, and which exercises will best address your unique weak points. And the program keeps adapting to your feedback. Each day, you tell the program how you're feeling with a short questionnaire that helps the program grow with you by making adjustments. Pre-session, intra-session, session to session, week to week, block to block, program to program. Juggernaut AI creates a program that is right for you. Whether you're big or small, young or old, a beginner or been lifting for decades, your program is created just for your needs. Ditch the templates and get the smartest program for you. Juggernaut AI.